Here is the recap of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. As we know, after Rick Grimes blew up a bridge to save Alexandria from a horde of walkers, he went missing. He was found by Jadis and sent to an unknown destination in a CRM helicopter. For the record, there is the Civil Republic and the Civil Republic military. I'll call the second one the GRM for short. Rick is made a mercenary against his will. According to the rules of the Republic, mercenaries must work for 6 years, helping to clean up herds of walkers and engage in other incredibly difficult work. After that time, the person becomes a citizen of the Civil Republic. There is one condition: both mercenaries and citizens can never again leave the secret city, which is guarded by soldiers from the CRM. The military doesn't run the city, but the Civil Republic doesn't know what the army does for security. However, most don't care, as the city of 100,000 people is fully protected and provided with everything they can get their hands on. Rick wants to return to his family and is not going to stay in the Civil Republic. He tries to escape from them time after time. Because of this, he is constantly watched by the military and kept on a tether. This doesn't stop the man. He cuts off his arm to free himself from the shackles, but he gets caught anyway. 5 years pass and Rick even befriends a woman named Pearl, who doesn't understand why Rick wants to run away so badly. The two of them are spotted by Officer Okafor. He sees potential in both of them and calls them to become soldiers in the army. Rick refuses at first, but soon realizes that this may be the only chance to escape from the CRM. For a while, Rick goes through training with Pearl and soon they join the army. Rick learns that there are special forces that wear red stripes on their uniforms. They are sent on various secret missions, and Rick realizes that these soldiers often kill innocent people outside the city walls. Okafor secretly tells Rick and Pearl that there are officers and civilians who find the CRM's methods too inhumane. The man wants to take over the army and change things from the inside. He needs loyal partners, and that's why Okafor chose the two of them. He is sure that Rick and Pearl in the shortest possible time will be promoted and get access to classified information, after which they will definitely want to change the CRM. At the same time, Major General Bill, one of the main men in the CRM, has also spotted Rick. He suspects that Okafor is up to something and is trying to get Rick on his side. Rick has been planning his escape for months and finally decides to act. However, Okafor and Pearl stop him. The officer reveals that he did a deep investigation and found out everything about Rick and his past. Okafor explains to Rick that if they don't do anything about the CRM, the army will eventually find Alexandria and destroy it along with his family. Rick has no choice but to obey. He and Pearl are assigned to a secret facility, which they must prepare for the arrival of all the important bosses from the CRM. After that, Rick is engaged in this work for several years. One day on another mission, their helicopter is attacked and Okafor is killed. After the crash, only Rick is left alive, and a figure in armor and a katana pounces on him. However, she stops, and underneath the helmet is Michonne. Let's go back in time a little bit. In Season 10 of The Walking Dead, Michonne went in search of Rick, as she accidentally found confirmation that he was still alive. She soon came across 2 survivors and rescued them from the walkers, after which she took the pair to their group. Turns out they are nomads who never sit still and travel in a huge caravan. They have learned to manipulate the herds of walkers and thus create a safe path for themselves. The leader of this group gives Michonne a horse as a token of appreciation for saving her people. The dwarf Nat offers the girl to stay for a bit while they walk in the same direction, and Michonne agrees. After a while, Michonne decides to go on, but Nat and a few other people follow her. They are tired of running and want to find a place to call home. Suddenly, CRM helicopters fly over and drop chlorine bombs. Everyone dies except Michonne and Nat. Their lungs are damaged and the couple has to spend a year recovering. Eventually, they continue on their way and soon see a flying CRM helicopter in the distance again. Nat wants to avenge the deaths of his friends and fires several homemade rockets. After the chopper crashes, Michonne finds the only survivor, and it turns out to be Rick. At that moment, one CRM soldier kills Nat with his last strength. Michonne mourns her friend, but Rick warns his beloved that they don't have much time and a new CRM squad will arrive soon. She must pretend not to know him. The girl must also tell the soldiers that she saved Rick from an attack by bandits. Michonne is brought to a military base and accepted as a mercenary after hearing her legend. Rick secretly meets with her and tries to explain that he can't just get out, but she can still get away. He prepares everything for her escape, but Michonne decides to stay as she is only going to leave with him. Soon, Rick is visited by Jadis, who has risen to the top ranks of the CRM and wears red ribbons. That is, she is performing top-secret missions for the army. She tells him she knows about Michonne and warns him. If he tries to escape, she will surely find him, and then destroy Alexandria and all its inhabitants. In case Rick wants to kill her, Jadis has thoughtfully left all this information in a place where it will be found. Rick asks his friend Pearl to help Michonne join the army, but does not tell her that he knew her before. Soon Michonne manages to become a soldier of the CRM, and together with Rick they perform various missions. One day in a storm, Michonne grabs Rick and jumps out of a helicopter with him. They get to the skyscraper, which is not badly preserved, and Rick is shocked, as now the two of them, as well as the whole of Alexandria, is in danger. The morning the couple discovers that the helicopter they were flying in crashed into the building the main characters are in. Michonne assumes that no one will be looking for them, but Rick thinks otherwise. The girl tries for a while to persuade the man to go with her, but he is so afraid that he can't. In the end, Michonne leaves alone, and at that moment another CRM helicopter arrives. It destroys all the evidence by blowing up part of the building. Rick realizes he was wrong and goes after Michonne. For a while they try to get out of the collapsing building. Then they gather everything they need and head back to Alexandria. Rick and Michonne find an undamaged car and drive home. On the way they find a truck with instant noodles and generally have a good time. One day they hear someone calling for help and go there. The main characters rescue 3 travelers and even share their food with them. But as it usually happens, those decided to take everything from them. Rick and Michonne easily disarm the bandits and take a promise from them that they will not set foot on this path again. After a while, the protagonists spend the night in a cabin in the woods. They prepared for a sudden attack, but did not expect that Jadis herself would come for them. She ties the couple up and tells them that she will kill them, but she hesitates and they manage to wound the woman. Jadis escapes and the protagonists chase after her. Rick tells Michonne that Jadis can't be killed, as she has a stash with Alexandria's location and all the information about them. While running away, Jadis meets those 3 travelers and convinces them to protect her from Rick and Michonne. Soon there is a battle and the trio are eaten by walkers. Jadis is not afraid to die and provokes the protagonists in every way possible. However, eventually she is bitten by zombies, and the woman realizes that she is about to die. She tells Rick where the stash with all the information is, and we learn that Jadis didn't really want the main characters to die. On the contrary, she was pushing them in a strange way to come back and destroy CRM from the inside. Although the woman likes the ideas of the Civil Republic, she believes that the army causes more evil than good. Jadis misses Alexandria and Gabriel, with whom they had a warm relationship. Rick kills Jadis and then decides to return to the CRM with Michonne. They want to tell the Civil Republic about what the military is really doing, or rather their Red Ribbon Special Forces. But first they need to find out this information. Rick returns to the base. Major General Bill is surprised that Rick didn't run away like he did before. So the old man decides to finally initiate him into the secret information. It turns out that the specialists of the CRM have analyzed the situation and learned that there is a horde of 1 million walkers. Scientists estimate that people have no more than 14 years to live. Either they will be eaten by zombies, or they will get some kind of infection from the countless decomposing bodies around the world. Humans are doomed, but the CRM believes there is a tiny chance of saving humanity. The military's plan is to take all the resources currently available from the large settlements in America, kill the locals and take their children. Spies have been embedded in all the large groups of survivors for a long time now, and the plan is about to be brought to execution. Rick listens to the general and kills him. loads the body into a container and tries to get off the base. Meanwhile, Michonne sneaks into Jadis' office and destroys all the documents about Alexandria. She then accidentally stumbles into a briefing of soldiers where she learns the same information that Rick did. She realizes that she can't leave, giving the CRM the opportunity to destroy hundreds of settlements. Meeting with Rick, she tells him her plan. It turns out that at this moment there is a general meeting of all the soldiers and officers of the CRM with red ribbons. Very close to the podium is a warehouse with chlorine. The main characters want to blow it up and thus destroy all the villains. Meanwhile, Pearl guesses what Rick is up to, but does not manage to stop him. The bombs explode and all the military personnel are killed. Soon the Civil Republic learns of Major General Bill's plans. They reform and now accept anyone who wants to join them. They also allow anyone who wants to leave the city to do so. Rick and Michonne make it to Alexandria. Rick is reunited with his daughter Judith and also finally meets his son named RJ, whom he has never seen before. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the like button. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.